If your life is deformed, then your mind is deformed. That quote? No, not mine. There is a beautiful young man that's joining me on set today, and he shares with me amazingly how he's pushing through life in spite of deformities, in spite of the different challenges that he's had to live through. Emmanuel is in his mid-20s. He's a gospel artist and, of course, a political science graduate of Ambrose Ali University, Ekpoma in Edo State. Our conversation today centers on Emmanuel Ebonwoye. Let's go enjoy this cup of tea. My name is Melanie Ishola. It's a beautiful day because you're on the set of my cup of tea, Emmanuel.
Thank you very much.
Let's say it's a dream come true.
Oh, I'm glory to God.
That's okay. Now, you were singing a song, or do I say you were humming a song just some minutes ago? Can you try and give expressions to that?
Which of them?
Just now.
Okay. The song I was giving right now is You are who you are, yesterday, today, and forevermore. And what you say, it's what you do. You never fail, you never change. God, you're faithful till the end. Faithful God, I worship you. I worship you. 'Cause you're too faithful to fail me. That's the best song of my life though. You're too faithful to disappoint me.
You know, I wish I could join in, but I'm going to just spoil that melody. So talking of God's faithfulness, Emmanuel, you are super energetic and nobody can box you to a corner.
It's God, it's God.
So one of the questions I'd like to ask is, it's not easy for anybody to be graduating in Nigeria. Now take it to the bank. They're going to tell you. So you graduated from Ambrose Ali University in the very south of Nigeria. How did you do it?
It's God.
Oh yeah, tell me. You're going to lectures, waking up in the morning and all of that. Please walk me through the rigors and how you surmounted those difficulties.
Okay, first of all, I will say all glory be to God first for making me see through that particular phase of my life. And thanks be to my parents, thanks be to my friends, thanks be to my brother. Then most of all, thanks be to my mom, who was a major force, and my dad. My dad was a side man, but my mom was the major force. I call my dad the side man because he pays the bill, and also he still prays and still speak word, even when I'm not aware. But my mom does it every time, every day, like the frontier of the event. So thanks be to them. I really appreciate them for sending me to school. Really, it's a great privilege because I see many of it would be quite challenging for a parent to see their child being disabled and not send them to school because they have every opportunity to dash me out or give into an orphanage. But they saw it like, no, this child must be groomed in a proper manner. And I respected that. I have to take it up as a challenge and boom, here I find myself. But going to school wasn't easy, but it was sweet. It was sweet and it was really challenging.
But there was a gist that you have given me before. You are trying not to give the gist. So you go to school and then your younger brother also gained admission into the same school.
Yeah.
How was that a support system to you?
That was the sweetest support system. It's just like we're into a relationship, you understand? That's a marriage. I call it marriage for both of us because he's the husband, I'm the wife. Sometimes he acts as the wife, I act as the husband. So most times it's just a sweet relationship that I grew. At first, it wasn't interesting because we're fighting because of the, should I say, child mentality we still have then as a child. But going to school together, learning our defaults, learning our mistakes, speak to each other when we are wrong, and that made us understand that communication is an important key in every relationship. When you communicate, you express yourself, definitely each other will learn not to step on each other and you refrain from a particular act. So being my major support system, Ace was my major support system in school. He never let me go. Even when I was giving up, I got to a point in life, in school, I told myself, Baba, I know they do music again. You were like, start now. If you not do no more where you go in now. Then at point I stopped. Then he came up with one funny story. It was very funny. He had a show. So I was so relentless, like I don't want to attend the show. So he said, guy, Alpha, get one shoe like that. I want me to follow me. Funny enough, he books me beforehand. I never knew. So he never told me. I'm like, okay, no problem. Let's go. Let's just go to the show. Just like normal show. We'll sing, we'll dance, we'll dance. Then all of a sudden, I heard my name. Calvin West come, minister, he was standing at the corner and laughing. I'm like, really? Are you high? Like, what is your problem? I did not. He said, shut up. Shebi saw you, stop music. Stop, Anna. So at that point, people were shouting. Those that were screaming. Those that were waiting, those that were like, who is this person, who is this person? So coming outside, though people knew me, but some like new intakes, they don't know me. So coming outside, they were like, wow, this kind of person, you want to sing. So people were expecting less. But glory be to Jesus. What they saw that day was a different story. I won't say it was my power.
Absolutely.
I won't say
Thank you so much, Emmanuel. Thank you. So, that story brings a lot of positive energy.
Exactly.
It's not very often that we see brothers in such kind of, closeness and synergy. I know it's so common, but to a great degree, I think your brother quite knows his role and function in your life, and he performs that.
Yeah.
Now, let's take it away from there. Let's talk about the girls, and there's a reason I'm starting from Ambrose Ali University. I know your life started before Ambrose Ali University. So let's talk about the role of girls, and if there was ever a desire, and this is a very, straight to the point one. So if there was ever a time that you wanted a girl to yourself, just, the desire to have a girlfriend and, keep one.
Okay, wanting a girlfriend is so, it's a strong, strong force. Yes, it was a strong force. Because when you have friends like, they all have girlfriend and they post their girlfriend pictures, you too want to have, you want to belong to that particular class. So it was easy because I had friends who taught me how to woo a lady, as in from the background. They taught me very well, from the scratch. I don't need to do, babe, what's up? I don't need to do that.
Are you for real?
I have my strategy. Sometimes they say I take their girlfriend from them because of my strategy. All right, they taught me, but I became an expert in whatever they taught me. So at some point, most girls came to me with the fact that they knew me as a disabled, but they started loving me out of pity. And I noticed it, that most of the relationship I had, it's because of pity. They came into the picture. Then after knowing they threw me, they drew back. So I understand something. I was like, really? Okay, so now you found out that this is my kind of person. This is who I am. This is who I am. You're refraining from your promises you made. So I decided to create a strategy whereby if I notice you coming to my life with a pity look, I'll push you away. Or better say, I'll make you a friend that will make you understand that whatever we are having should be based on understanding. You get it? So if you understand me to some point and I understand you, I can know when to intrude or know when to step into your story, and you can know when to step into my story. So that has created a balance in my relationship life. So I might tell you, I love you. Simple. You might take it to heart. But me, inside my heart, like, they think. But at some point, when I notice, when I tell a lady, I love you, you smile like, oh, thank you. I will say, oh, you're welcome. I'll make you feel comfortable. Most times I do this savage response.
Are you teaching me the strategy?
No, I'm not teaching this. I'm trying to let you know the way they taught me.
Thank you very much, Emmanuel. Because at some point I thought I was taking lessons from you.
You just have to take lessons.
All right, thank you. So great. It's so great to know that part of your life. And of course, I am grateful that you are willing to open up. Now, once I sat under your motivational talk, and there were different categories of disabled people living with disability, let me put it that way. And you spoke with so much strength, with so much inspiration. I didn't know it was you anymore. I began to type what you were saying, and I was sending it to you on WhatsApp, if you remember. And so right now, I look through all of that, and it's challenging to me, how they say, or how you have said that if your mind is deformed, then you definitely are deformed. Now, let's talk about you being a man, and we know the kind of society that we live. And so a man is, I think, first of all, rated on the level of money in his pocket. And now you have gone past the stage of serving your fatherland Now you work and it's expected for you to drop something, to take responsibility for yourself. How are you meeting all of these ends meet without accepting hand-me-downs from people? You said to me once that you do not like, people staying by the roadside and begging. And so how are you now managing, this part of your life?
This happened during my big success story. I call it my big success story because this was the first time I did something that I had never done in my life before. So it happened that on August 22nd, which was my birthday, August 22nd in 2020, I hosted a program called Sound of Praise. Funny enough, that program, I never had the plan of that program before. So my younger brother called me and told me, bro, let's do this. So I was like, okay, let's pray about it. And I prayed. I had this push, like, go for it, go for it. I went for it. So I never had backers before, no singers and any other thing. And my brother told me, look for, you will see. I searched and I saw. So finally,
you were the one who searched.
I saw.
Yeah.
Glory be to Jesus.
Did you conquer?
We conquered. The program was successful. On that day, before then, I met before that program, I met a lady called Queen Amina. Okay, she's a presenter also, but she stays in US. She stays in US. She had an interview with me on her page, and so she had a link up with one of her mentor called Dr. Mokolo. So she introduced me into a business. I entered that business, and that be fetching me little money.
So what's your plan for the future? I know coronavirus has, disrupted a lot of people's plans, but what's your plan going forward?
Wow, plan of going right now, I intend on doing so many stuff. Like, first, I have not acquired some certain knowledge I need to acquire in terms of marketing strategy on its own and managing social platforms. I need to learn that very well. And this, what I call it, web design, I still have that idea also to learn that also. So those are my plans. And more also to increase more my spiritual life and my physical music life also. Those are my basic target. For now, then to make money from those particular little things. Very
Absolutely,
important.
absolutely. Thank you. You're still watching My Cup of Tea. My name is Melanie Ishola. Emmanuel has been sharing his amazing story. But of course, we've heard so much about growing up and how he's dealing. Let's go find out how it was growing up as a child. How did he ever make it, through the bullies and the rest of that? Let's do this. Emmanuel.
Yeah.
So I imagine you stepped in a school environment for the first time, and the little children in your class, and even your teachers.
Yeah.
Can you take me deep and deep and deep? Deeper.
It's all right. Okay, the thing is, going to school was my mom's idea, my parents' idea rather, and it was also my dream. All right, going to primary school, it was my dream. Okay, going to school. At first, when my mates saw me, they had this, let me use this word, let me use this word. My friend used to say, then when I was a child, he said, why do you walk like dog when we were still a child? So he never knew the reason for me walking that form, because he was still a kid. Then
I went walked before?
No, as in crawling.
Okay.
So he was like, because I was better this way. So he was like, I went to my mom, I asked my mom, why do people call me dog? She laughed. She said, are you a dog? I said, no. I said, good. Then go out and do what you need to do. So I understood something, that my parents created an environment for me whereby I can't be intimidated. So it's left for me to have that capacity to manage my low self-esteem to become a tool for my own success. So what I did was, I went to the school system. When I went there, I created an environment whereby you will accept people who I am, whether you like it or not. So you don't have to pity me. Even see me alone, say, like, oh, wow, I like this kind of person. I want to be his friend. Then when you come to me as a friend, then I will start placing my principle, what I do, what I don't do. So then I choose my friends. But I have a lot of friends though. but I choose my category of friend because I know what I want. I know the kind of life I want to live. All right, so I won't get misled. So going to school as a child, people have this pity look. But if you try it with me, sorry.
So you have been this very self-motivating person
Yeah.
from when you were quite little.
Yes.
That's quite motivating to
Yeah.
me. There's something that excites me, and it's the fact that, all of us like to claim to be upbeat and, we're dealing with life, we're in charge. And this is actually a space that a lot of people aspire to. And some people have been able to conquer it, and they're able to master the art of living happy and maintaining a wholesome life. But I wonder, on some days, we like to say bad days, and so sad days, how do you get yourself back in line, back in shape to who you truly are?
Okay. Most times, every time is not every like. Let me use my father's statement. Not be every day be Christmas. So there are some times in life where you face some challenges like that will make you feel like today is not what it's like. You don't feel like doing anything. Today is useless. But that particular point in time, you just have to find your happiness, find your peace. Just find your peace, because at that point in time, there are some certain things you lose at that particular time. Time is money. Time is of essence. So you just have to find your peace. Find your peace. When you find your peace, truth of the matter is, when you find your peace, you can be able to achieve whatever you need to achieve at that particular worrisome time.
That's deep. Find your peace.
Yeah, you just have to find your peace.
Let's talk about comparison as we bring this conversation to a wrap. So people do compare a lot. The social media has made it worse. So we now have, our other friends, our colleagues, our contemporaries,
Exactly.
and we're able to look at, oh yes, he's doing well, she's doing well. And there's this recent, slogan, freaky, freaky.
Exactly.
You're doing well. So when you feel tempted to compare yourself, with your friends, and then you feel life isn't dealing so fairly with you, how do you manage to still jerk back and stay above that?
First of all, I am not my mate. I am Emmanuel. I'm a different person. So my life is a testimony. My face is a different face. So whatever I'm facing right now, it's my face and it's my cross. I need to face it squarely. The thing I understand about life is you can't skip your journey. Whether you run about the circle, you must still come back to that journey in order to complete your phase of your story. So this is my phase. I can't compare my success story to your success story. I can't compare the success story of my academic guy, Dangote and the likes, to my success story. My success story comes in a definitely different form. Okay, I can't compare myself like to persons of Nick in question. I can't, because his story is different from his success story, different from my success story. So what I just have to tell you is, whenever someone tends to compare you with them, smile and tell them that you are not them. You are your original copy. There's no photocopy. This is you. This is you.
Thank you.
God made you the way you are, and you have the reasons why He made you like this.
Thank you.
Does that justice? So whenever someone is trying to make a comparison with you, truth be told, they will compare you. The society will compare you. We make you do things like you feel like you're worthless. Let me tell you something. You have your own destiny. You have your own time. Pursue. Keep on hustling. Keep on doing what you love doing best. Trust me, you will overcome. It's a gradual process.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And of course, since you have found a way to keep prying eyes away, of course, especially the eyes that try to pity you,
exactly.
then I'm definitely loving you all over again. To talk about the community of PWD, people living with disability, what are you quite dissatisfied about?
Okay. Should I say now, presently, they are trying their best in associating PWDs into every sphere of the society, but not to the maximum extent. All right, there are still lapses. Okay, these lapses needs to be felt, and it should not be for only the privileged. Even less privileged should be involved. And one thing I want to try.
So there are still privileged amongst the PWDs?
Yes. We have the privileged and we have the non-privileged. Because some of us have no idea, zero idea of some certain organizations that have been set up to aid these particular PWDs. Some of them even don't know their rights and their privileges as a PWD. You get it? So it's left for us who have overcome these challenges, or who know they are right, to enlighten them on this is what they should do, this is what they should do to become or have a stand in the society.
Thank you.
That's just
Thank you very much. So thank you very much, Emmanuel. Usually we end by picking our cups. You thought you weren't going to touch it? Oh, handle with care.
I touched coffee.
Oh, you touched coffee. I touched coffee. Please don't crack me up. And so we're going to make a toast.
All right, good.
Thank you for coming
Thank you.
on My Cup of Tea.
No problem. You're welcome.
And of course, the reason it's our cup of tea is we know that there are responsibilities that we must carry.
Sure.
And so we carry all of this to say that we are responsible people.
Sure.
Thank you for taking responsibility for your life and showing us how to do it differently.
It's God, not mine. It's God.
Thank you. Wow, wow, wow. I think it's not every time you meet somebody you think you would be pulling up, that's then the person helping you and lifting your spirit. That's what Emmanuel has done on the program My Cup of Tea today. People living with disabilities actually do have a lot of prying eyes, pitying them, and of course, people relegating them to the background. What then does it take for them to lead a life that is meaningful and be able to surmount every of these problems that life is posing at them? Well, this, I think, is the justice that this episode of My Cup of Tea has done. Thank you for watching. My name is Melanie Ishola.